Monkey Man is in theaters around a week or two ago. The film is directed, co-written, produced, and starring Dev Patel as the character of Kid. This is a character who's trying to go through the ranks to get revenge on something that happened to him in the past. But one of those elements is being basically kind of a wrestler fighter who takes on the moniker of one of his childhood religious heroes, the Monkey Man. The film also stars Sharlto Copley. Jordan Peele picked up this movie as a producer with his production company Monkey Paw. After Netflix dropped the movie and Monkey Man was lost, Monkey Paw and Jordan Peele Universal saved the movie and gave it a theatrical release. The film, as I said, is 2 hours long and is rated R. Welcome back to a brand new review here on Max Talk Movies. My name is Max Dinenberg. Welcome back to a new review. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and ring that bell for notifications. I talk all things movies, TV shows. I do box office show every single Tuesday. I also do out of theater reaction, which I already have done for Monkey Man, so check those one out. So we're so close to 200 subscribers. Let's get us there by hitting that subscribe button. Comment down below. What are your thoughts on Monkey Man? Did you like it? Did you not like it? What do you think as Dev Patel as a filmmaker? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I respond to all comments. Love having that general film discussion with you guys in the comment section down below if it's polite. And also, please like the video, guys. The thumbs up button. That's how you support this channel. So I was around a week or so late to Monkey Man, but I was dying to see it. I think Dev Patel is a great talent in Hollywood just from an acting perspective. He's put in like especially recently, like The Green Knight was a movie that did not hit for everyone. Really worked for me. One of my favorite movies of that year. I even enjoyed him in that Wes Anderson shorts that he did last year. Dev Patel, obviously Lion, Slumdog Millionaire. He's for me a terrific actor. And it was very interesting that he's now directing a movie. The fact that Jordan Peele, who's one of my favorite comedians and filmmakers working today, wanted to save this movie from basically not coming out, and he was very passionate about it. And then obviously Patel being behind the camera got me interested. So let's talk about my thoughts on just Monkey Man. And what I'll say is that I had a blast watching Monkey Man. This movie, from a script perspective, has a lot of things that you have seen before. It's a revenge story revolving around a family. You kind of know where point A and where we're really going to be at the very end of the movie, like, who he's going to get his revenge on, this or that. But the movie feels so much more original than I think a lot of people are going to give it credit. The movie feels fresh and original, even though, as I said, it has a very familiar plotline of a revenge action movie, but they throw in here a lot of great culture, authentic culture that involves the costume design, production design, and the score that brings so much energy to this movie, that I just found terrific. That, as I said, that those are all the elements I believe that brought that to the table. But the film also has something to say as well, and I really appreciated that as well. Obviously, Dev Patel is terrific in this movie. He is obviously front and center, obviously as the director, the co-writer, producer, but he is in basically every shot of this movie for the most part. This is his movie from start to finish, and he's terrific. He has a vulnerability to him, but he also, you can tell if he has this decades-long anger towards a particular person and a faction in India. And it's very jarring, and it's a great performance. Dev Patel commits fully to the action scenes here in this film, and he's terrific. The hand-to-hand combat's very well done, very well choreographed, but Patel brings all of the emotion and the depth that this movie needed. A lot of this sometimes isn't even on the page of the script, and it's just Patel bringing that out, and I really appreciate Patel in this movie. A couple other really cool side characters that I really enjoyed. Hopefully I'm saying these people's names right. If I'm not, I'm very sorry. Peter Bash, who plays Alfonso, is a very fun side character in towards the middle of the movie, who's trying to help Kid get his way up through the ranks. And then the other main standout is Sovita Duipala. Hopefully I'm saying her name right. She was really terrific and stands out in the scenes that she's in. I'll get to some of the problems with some of the side characters in a second. But again, the film has some energy, really good action. Solid direction from Patel, but a really great performance that gets you through the movie. And obviously, I was never bored. I was immersed into this culture that, again, I'm not familiar about, and I think a lot of people aren't. In mainstream Hollywood, this is not a culture where people that get this mainstream Hollywood movie, but it's really outside of Bollywood. I think here in the United States, I mean. And I think it's a really terrific job at both educating people on it, but also wanting people to get immersed into it. And the movie does a great job at that. Now, I think there's two key takeaway negatives that I do have with the movie. The first is I do feel like from the action scene perspective, that this is where Dev Patel can grow. If this is your first feature film, you're gonna have a long, great career in directing. And Patel does a great job directing the movie, but I think the biggest problem from a direction point of view is he chooses with all really 95% of the action scenes is a shaky cam. And I am not a big fan of that in action movies anymore. Maybe back in the day I was, but we're at such a huge level now in a great way with stunt coordination and choreography in action movies. And you've seen why John Wick, for example, that franchise really clicked with people because it's not shaky cam. We're at a distance watching people actually choreograph fight scenes. And while I think the movie has some fun action scenes and you can tell that there's good choreography going on, there's some times where you're just lost because the camera is going all over the place being shaky cam. They wanted you to basically be in Dev Patel's character's shoes for big moments of the movie. And I get the thought of that, but in an action movie, I just want to see the action that's happening. And there were a lot of the times where I just couldn't tell what was going on in particular action scenes. And it felt like I was kind of feeling not dizzy, but a bit just thrown off by all the shaky cam that was in throughout the movie. The other big issue I'll say from a character perspective outside of Kid, I did actually latch on to some supporting characters. Those two in particular are Fonzo and Sita, but they are very much in the background. And I didn't feel their payoffs in the third act of the movie were anything special. They really focused on, and I understood Kid, but they introduced a lot of interesting side characters who I thought were going to get bigger resolutions in the third act. And they kind of just had a bit of a 2 to 3 minute sequence. And they're like, oh, okay, now we're out of the movie now. Especially with Sita. She felt like she should have a much bigger role in the third act of the movie. And when she does something like, okay, so that's just it for her, and it was, I was like, I didn't really make sense to me. So I think there were some side characters that didn't get that emotional relief or payoff by the end of the movie, and also that crazy shaking cam. I was not a big fan, but overall, I had a great time with Monkey Man. This is a great directorial debut for Dev Patel. I'm going to give Monkey Man a 4 out of 5 stars, 80% for this movie. What are your thoughts on the movie? Let me know in the comment section down below. Like the video. More reviews coming soon to the channel.